So blending these three, experiential, brick and portal. So first and most important aspect of learning is experiential. And large number of assignments and activities and comments are on the WhatsApp group. Then there is LMS, Learning Management System. So proprietary and aggregated, some of them are shared on the learning management system for the learner to have a look at it in advance. A good session is that where less than 50% time is what the mentor is speaking. In fact, if it is less than one third, even better. Acceleration with respect to a large number of players coming into the system, usually in the private sector, even people sector also, NGOs and organizations also starting. Acceleration with respect to foreign players also now being allowed to come into India in education sector gradually, a little carefully, but there are. Apart from that, there is acceleration with respect to the mindset of the youngsters. Now, the pre-pandemic and the post-pandemic, the world is very, very different with respect to education. So once upon a time, the mobile was a villain. Today, the mobile is an enabler. So in that context, obviously, initially, there are questions raised. How do you run institutions remotely? Not that today there is not about remote, but people have come to understand that there will be a component of the virtual learning in every way. So you cannot now only have face-to-face learning, but face-to-face learning is primary, is critical for mental health, for a guru-shishya relationship, for peer relationship. It is must. Having told that, the aspects of blended learning that's coming: three, experiential learning by doing, brick and mortar, that is face-to-face learning, click and portal, that is virtual learning. So blending these three, experiential, brick and portal. So first and most important aspect of learning is experiential. Second, face-to-face, and third, remote. Now we begin from face-to-face, move on to experiential, and add on to that on a distance mode as well. So therefore, yes, there were many institutions such as that, and the teachers themselves are not at fault, because the habit of looking at just the way we are doing just now, looking at a screen and talking, wasn't there before pandemic. Zoom was there, Google Meet was there, but hardly did we used it. Only the corporates used it in multinational corporations. But today, Zoom, MS, now we are on MS platform, MS Teams platform, but Zoom, Google Meet. Yesterday I was in a national seminar on StreamYard, and WebEx is there, Cisco is there. I mean, we are now habituated. Initial, there might have been some challenges in Asia, but now we are habituated. We are also habituated to interact in groups with our students remotely and face to face. Face to face, we always did that. So it is the mentorship is truly when it is on face to face. But the critical part is now how you can take the relationships built face to face onto the screen, how you can make it seamless. Because if that seamlessness doesn't come, then face to face has a time limit. It's a 1 hour class or a 1 day session or whatever. So when it is seamless, now you can be talking through WhatsApp groups, to private Facebook groups, and large number of assignments and activities and comments are on the WhatsApp group. Then there is LMS, Learning Management System. So today it is not about introducing the topic in the class. When we were children, we were students, I mean, university students, we used to go to the college and then come to know what is going to be taught today. Increasingly, that's not the culture. The learners are supposed to know what is going to be taught 1 week or 2 weeks in advance. How? And even the content also, not just the timetable. The topic may be written and the teacher's name, professor's name may be written. But basic content, it could be in the form of, so there are two types of contents that we share, learning resources, if I can say. Aggregated content and proprietary content. Aggregated, all that is brought from books, presentations, internet, from MOOCs, from other online courses and all that. And aggregated what the mentor himself or herself prepares. Can be video, can be audio, can be a PowerPoint, can be a case study, can be an article in a journal, or whatever, like whatever he or she has prepared. So proprietary and aggregated, some of them are shared on the learning management system for the learner to have a look at it in advance. For example, if I'm taking a session, I do take a course on integrated marketing and brand communication. So the content of it is already there in the LMS for the learners to have a look. And they know these 3 lectures or 4 lectures that I'll be taking will be on these dates. And they're expected to have read them and come. I am expected to take a diagnostic quiz or diagnostic assessment to understand if they have actually read them, or not just read. Today is about reading, listening, viewing. So it's audio, it's a video, and it's text. So they have actually gone through the learning resources. So there is a small quiz. And then I would ask, rather, in earlier times, we would start with the PowerPoint straight. Now you ask questions first. You have already read the material. What were the first questions that came to mind? So one quiz and one those questions itself will give clarity on the idea how much the learners already have come to know. And you can upgrade and downgrade your content or your way of interaction accordingly. So it becomes a workshop and not a lecture. Lecture is an invited masterclass or speaker. Look, today is not about lecture. So mentors have gone to this, at least the good institutes, the mentors have understood how to use learning management system, how to upload your content, how to get the assignments online, how to evaluate the assignments online, and also give the comments, observations, and everything up there, how to conduct a flipped classroom. This is flipped classroom. When I have studied it in advance, come there and we discuss. So it becomes a participatory learning, not one-way transaction, one-way communication, but both ways communication. In fact, a good class, or if I can use the word class or workshop, whatever you say, a good session is that where less than 50% time is what the mentor is speaking. In fact, if it is less than 1/3, even better. 2/3 is what the mentees have to be speaking. I'll get back further. I would just end this. Yes, there has been an inertia initially. Many universities have come up in a big way. I was Pro-Vice Chancellor of Adamas University in Kolkata when this COVID struck. After that, I went to US and joined Washington University as Vice President. And currently, I'm Pro-Vice Chancellor in Techno India University in Kolkata, back again, back to my country. I have seen that there are different standards of people getting accustomed, but increasingly, both the mentors and the mentees, and I must say the mentees faster, getting accustomed to the new age scenario of blended learning.